Hey everybody, Wandering Kid here. Welcome back to my playthrough of SpaceChem. We're on Flidais, the last set of boards and some of the hardest ones. And we're going to tackle the board Suspicious Behavior next. Oh, this one. Okay. So, this board is one of those things that will drive you absolutely buggy. Just take my word on it. It'll drive you nuts. Hints for the board. Notice that you're going to have to seesaw back and forth which direction your final component is built in. Second hint. Flip-flops will be your friend for controlling which direction you're inserting things into. Third hint. My method involves using one to bring in the component, the other Waldo to control the position of the result. So we're going to start off with this. And we're going to need this up here. And we'll put this down here. Actually, we may want to build this, if I can get away with it this way, and put that that way. I think I needed to do it a different way for a reason, but we'll get back to that. Okay, we're going to get blue out of the way for a second. Red's going to bring in A. Grab our carbon. Bring in our B. Unbond it. Start blue there for a second. I'll have you can get out of my way for a second. And sync. Blue will accept the sync. Bring in B. We're here and here. It will unbond once. We're here and here. It will grab. I'm a little too tight. We'll come around this way. Hang here for a second. Make sure I got this straight. Oops. Red needs to bond as it goes by. And then hang. Okay, it's gonna sync there. It'll tell it it's coming through. You're gonna rotate one this way, then come up again. Give it a bond so it knows it can go. Okay, now red's been bonded up. So we'll tell red it's ready to go. It's got it currently by the carbon. Now the big deal here. Okay, so I've synced it so red knows it's allowed to go. I'm gonna hold blue there for a second. Now red currently has it grabbed by the carbon. On the right hand side on the carbon. Oops. It's going to need to come down and come across. And if I drop it by the carbon there, that means when it moves, no, that won't work. I have to drop it. Okay, if I drop it by carbon here, that means I have to shift it in 2. It's not going to work for my plan. It's got to be dropped there. If I shift the carbon over by 1, I can invert the build. No, actually, that will work. So, I drop it there. The first one you drop off basically has to be offset. So this gets dropped. It tries to bond. We loop it back over. Blue, in the meanwhile, will just... Oops. Chase it. We're basically on the same sync here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm 1 behind it. I can sync here. Let's do it this way. Sync it there. I'll flip-flop here. The first time through, I want to grab it and drop it. However, if I detect a hydrogen, I'll want to sync until I know red is done, and then ship. Okay, that's that part. That actually can probably go out a little further, so it's not in my way. And then that returns. This one returns. On the other times, I'll want to grab, drop to shift it. Now, I still haven't dealt with red rolling it around. It's always going to be interesting as I'm working in a very tight area here. Let me see how this looks before we keep going. So we bonded up, told red it can go. It's dropped off. I never told blue it's allowed out. So it comes in, grabs it, and shifts it. Now it waits. Okay, now I want it to slide in with a full rotation. But I don't know if I have room. The problem is I can't get into this zone. Well, I know it's going to be here. If I flip-flop here, rotate, rotate. Let's see how this works out. I just crashed into it. Okay, let's rotate it the other way. Right idea, but I'm crashing into it again. So I need to do all this work way over on this side. Okay. Let's change the setup here. If I flip-flop this way with it, got it by the carbon. I don't know if I'll edge or not. Find out. Cool. And that goes through. I'll need another bond in there. That's okay. Right now I'm just making sure the pattern works out. Red can slide in, drop the carbon in the right place. Okay. I don't have room here for blue to play with that, so red will have to do the other. Well, actually, blue hits this sink. It's sitting on this sink. I've got 2 moves either way. I can speed this up slightly by doing it that way. Now that works out. Make sure the next one works out. Double bonds it. Puts it into the right position. A. Pull the third component. Alright. Let's get the thing fully built. Okay. So now we have a hydrogen in our sail point. Blue goes through. I'm going to need to move that out. Just watch this. I hit this sink, and I don't get the bonds in place. That's okay. I can just move that back. Well, here, we can do it that way. That should give me the most speedy delivery. So, here we go. That's one. Ooh, my. Oh, my. Oh, my. Oh, my. Okay, I've made a tactical error here. That would be on the flip-flop. That's where that would be. Never turned off the flip-flop. Okay, so we're on the last run. Notice this flip-flop is currently turned on. And this has gone off rail. And when it sells it, it comes back in for the sink, but our first one's going to be dropped off down here. I need this flip-flop turned off when I go through a sale cycle. So we're going to have to do something a little different with hydrogen, looks like. What we do is remove the hydrogen check here. And if it is hydrogen, now this sink will have set off this sink. So we've come in here, we've hydrogened. So that's the two bonds. At this point, I can simply do an out. Oops. Then rotate it back into the general loop process. That should work out better. Let's make sure I've got my plan straight. Okay, we're about to activate hydrogen. Flip-flop is on. Hydrogen is active. Red deals with its last construct. Brings it in. We come to the flip-flop and we abort that process. And we are good to go. Alright, let's see what kind of cycles I get. Not too shabby. 2476 cycles. Now, if you want to see an amazing reactor built, I recommend checking out Serbaldrig, S-E-R-B-A-L-D-R-I-G, for this particular board. He managed to find a way to do it in 1101 cycles. 62 symbols, but still, that's a heck of an optimization. I'm pretty happy with my 2476, though. Our next board will be I Told You So. And that'll be for the next episode. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like or a comment. They're always appreciated. And I'll see you next time.